Hello, everybody, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
And today we're going to talk about the great start by Jayden Daniels and CJ Stroud from also, where the black quarterbacks are now dominating the NFL. And hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Hit the notification bell when you do. This is the second year in a row that a rookie black quarterback is taking off like gangbusters. And now Jayden Daniels is following the footsteps of CJ Stroud, who had the best rookie year ever by a quarterback. And now Jayden Daniels looks like he's going to be a star also, but it's only 5 games. But we will go over his stats real quickly. I mean, the important thing is his team's winning too. They're 4-1.
Yeah, which is a miracle for Washington.
For Washington.
I know I live down here, so they're kind of apprehensive about what's going on. They're like, okay.
People are very impressed. He's been poised in the pocket, but also is very mobile. He's been able to get out of the pocket and make some plays. He's a good runner and everything, and he is completing 77% of his passes. He also has 1,135 yards, 8.7 yards per catch, which is great. Only 4 TDs, but only 2 interceptions. And his rating is 106.3, which is higher than what CJ Stroud had last year or this year. And his QBR is 73.2. So he's off to a great start. And it's too early for MVP talk, even though some people mention it. But there hasn't been a rookie that's won the MVP award since Jim Brown, Rob.
Jim Brown. So, oh, geez. What team did he play for?
Cleveland Browns, your favorite team, and it happened in the 50s.
Yep, Jim Brown. There he is, right up there. Jim Brown.
Now, CJ Stroud did not win the MVP last year, but he was in the MVP talk. Houston was 10-7, and now they're 4-1 this year. And last year, he completed 64% of his passes, passed for over 4,000 yards, 8.2 yards per catch, 23 TDs, and only 5 interceptions. That's unheard of for a rookie, Rob.
Yeah, he was.
And his rating was.
He beat my Browns in the playoffs.
Right, and he won a playoff game, and his rating was 100.8, and his QBR was 58.3. This year, his rating's down a little bit, 98.2, but his QBR is up to 64.4. And he has 7 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, completed 69% of his passes. So that's up, actually. His accuracy is up. So he had a great year last year and he's having another good year there, and his team's winning. And so that's great for the black quarterbacks. In fact, Rob, in the league, if you look who's leading in yards, total yards gained so far this year, the top 3 quarterbacks are black, and it's Geno Smith, Dak Prescott, and CJ Stroud.
Right.
So that's great. Lamar Jackson is 3rd, and Jayden Daniels is 4th in the quarterback rating. But in QBR, they're actually doing better. Jayden Daniels is 3rd, and Lamar Jackson's 5th, and Kyler Murray is 6th, and CJ Stroud is 8th. So a lot of black quarterbacks doing well in the league, Rob, this year.
Mark, I grew up in an era, I'm old enough, where black quarterbacks were not around and being perceived that they couldn't be a black quarterback. They were always switched to either wide receiver or defensive cornerback or running back. So this really makes me proud to see that black quarterbacks are actually taking over, very prominent in the football now in college and pros. It's I think it's great. And also what I do like is that it's finally like they don't really have to make it such a big deal now. Like, oh, he's a black quarterback. Back in the day, it was a big thing. But now it's just normal, and it seems like the young youth, the black youth, usually they would say, I want to be a wide receiver, I want to be a running back. Now most of them are like, hey, I want to be quarterback, because quarterback's a star of the team. So
right, and like you said, even if they did want to be quarterback and were the quarterback, they wanted to make them switch. Like Warren Moon complained that they wanted to make him switch to wide receiver instead of using him as a quarterback, and he turned out to be a great quarterback. So
but unfortunately with him, he made a success over in the Canadian Football League, which they seemed to accept black quarterbacks more than the NFL at the time.
Right, he had to get started there, but then he came to the NFL, was a big success there too. But Doug Williams was the first quarterback that was black that won the Super Bowl, right. And that happened in 1987. The 88 year was a Super Bowl, but no one won it again for another 26 years. That was a black starting quarterback until Russell Wilson won it 10 years ago. So, and then no black quarterback has won it since then. depending on how you want to classify Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is biracial. His dad is black, who is a professional pitcher, and his mom is white. But in terms of a pure black quarterback, no one's won it since 2013. So they're dominating statistically, but not right in the Super Bowl yet. But I think that's going to change in the near future.
Oh yes, definitely, Mark. We have some quarterbacks. I've been watching college football recently, and they have like at least three of them that are up for like probably the Heisman. We have a Cam Ward out of Miami. I watched him play. He brought them back. I had turned the game off. They were down to Cal. I'm like, oh, the game's over, but they ended up winning the game. And then there's Jalen Milroe, who plays for Alabama. He's got a nice little arm there too. Also, then you got Shador Sanders, Deion Sanders' son, who's if he had a better offensive line, he probably would be right up there also with the Heisman Trophy.
Right. So three of the best quarterbacks in the country right now are black, and two of them are Heisman candidate favorites, along with Travis Hunter, obviously. So that's great. That means there's a great future for the black quarterback in the NFL, and it'll be so prevalent, Rob, we won't even bring up this topic anymore, hopefully, right?
So C.J. Stroud and Daniels get in the Super Bowl. We might have the first two black quarterbacks in the Super Bowl, but hopefully they'll just say that, and then that'll be it because nobody really cares. Right. All we care about is sports now.
And by percentage alone, Rob, one of them has to win.
Yeah.
There's going to be a black quarterback that wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and they're in different conferences, and they both have a team that's 4-1. So I'm not saying it's happening this year. Washington probably is not good enough. Houston may be good enough, but it could happen in the near future if they stay healthy. So that would be pretty cool. But it looks like it's going to happen, even if it's not them two. It's going to be two other quarterbacks. Like, that Lamar Jackson's had a lot of success in the regular season, but as everyone knows, his playoff success is not very good. He's had 2 MVPs. And Dak Prescott's, even though people, don't speak as highly of him as Lamar Jackson, he's played well in the regular season. Again, he hasn't had success in the playoffs. But I think it's just a matter of time, Rob, before all that happens.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the good thing about it, Mark, is that we won't even say, like, even right now, we don't say black quarterback. They just mention quarterback. Because back then in the day, it was quarterback. The black quarterbacks couldn't remember the plays, or they could just run the ball. That's all they put them in there for a running play, maybe. But now they drop back. They can do a combination of dropping in the pocket and also running, so that helps out. But especially the way the defenses are now, you have to be that way. If you're standing back in the pocket, you're going to get killed by these 6'8", 300-pound guys who can track you down, which is scary.
Right. The good thing about these two quarterbacks, Jayden Daniels and C.J. Stroud, is they're big. They're 6'4" and 6'3", respectively. And they're mobile. Very unusual for quarterbacks that tall to be as mobile as they are, and fast and quick, obviously. And that's the advantage that some of these black quarterbacks have, is they're faster and quicker than the white quarterbacks. And the knock on them, though, Rob, was always that they didn't stay in the pocket and they used their athletic ability and got out of the pocket and made plays there. But now they're not doing that as much, but yet they're still using their mobility, which is great.
Also, that they weren't that accurate either when they're moving out of the pocket. They weren't that accurate. So now it's proving them wrong. Like they can move, they can pass, and on the move, on the passing, they're also accurate, passing down the field, not just short passes, down the field.
Right. So that's good. So like the 6'5", 6'6" quarterbacks were never mobile, but we got a 6'4" and a 6'3" quarterbacks are mobile. It's really unusual. So I think they stay healthy. Obviously, they have a great future, and they're deadly for that reason. You can pass great in the pocket, and you can pass outside the pocket. And I think it's important, Rob, for the mobility of quarterbacks right now, because the defenses are more complicated. They know teams like to pass, so there's more blitzes, and they have more defense set up to stop the pass than they used to. So I think it's
the defenses are now set up, especially I see in the college game, where you have to even in the pros, you have to have a spy for the quarterback now. You can't just you can't just like set up your defense. You go, okay, you're the spy, so that takes out one of your linebackers. Well, so now it opens up the field.
It's not so easy to tackle a 6'4" quarterback, right?
Yeah, plus that too. Yeah, plus
220-pound quarterback's a little bit harder to tackle. So, anyways, so cool. That's good, and maybe this will be the last time we talk about it ever. So, but they're definitely the future of the black quarterback is bright in both college football and the NFL, and I'm happy for that.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy. Yes.
All right. All right. So, hey, that's our take. Let us know what you think. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so and hit the notification bell when you do. If you like this video, hit the like button. And if you want to join us for our live show, it's every Monday, except for major holidays, 6 to 8 Eastern time. You can call in for that show. If you want to donate to this channel, there's super chats and super thanks down below, and there's a link to PayPal. And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.